Ever notice your cat doing something totally bizarre and wonder what's going on? Sometimes these odd habits are their way of saying they're feeling lonely and need more connection. In this video, we'll reveal 10 unexpected signs that your cat might be craving attention. You won't want to miss this. It could be the key to understanding your feline friend like never before. Welcome to the feline world. If you're passionate about cats and eager to learn more, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. Now, without further ado, let's get started. 1. Urinating on your bed. If your cat suddenly starts urinating on your bed or other places outside of the litter box, it's a big red flag that they're feeling lonely and distressed. Cats are usually pretty picky about where they do their business, so when they start making your bed, they're trying to get your attention in the most dramatic way possible. This behavior often happens when they're bored or feeling neglected, so they use their pee as a way of signaling that something's not right in their world. Your bed is the perfect spot for them to express their frustration, as it's associated with comfort and your scent, which makes them feel more secure. However, while it may seem like a nuisance, it's actually a cry for help, showing that they're in need of more companionship or stimulation. If your cat is using your pillow as a toilet, it's time to reassess their emotional needs and spend some extra quality time with them. 2. Clinginess. Clinginess can feel heartwarming at first. After all, who doesn't love a cat that wants to be by their side all the time? But when your kitty turns into your constant shadow, refusing to leave you alone for even a minute, it might be a sign of loneliness. Cats are independent creatures by nature, so this sudden Velcro cat behavior could mean they're craving more interaction and don't know how else to ask for it. Lonely cats often cling to their humans because they're missing out on the companionship and stimulation they need to stay happy. Whether it's because you've been too busy, there's a lack of other pets in the house, or they're just naturally social, this behavior is their way of seeking comfort and connection. So if your cat is turned into your furry little sidekick, take it as a cue to add more playtime, cuddles, or even consider a feline buddy to keep them company. 3. A change in eating habits. A sudden change in your cat's eating habits, like skipping meals or barely touching their food, could be their way of signaling they feel lonely. Cats are emotional creatures, and loneliness can impact their appetite. If your cat usually eats with enthusiasm but now seems uninterested, it might be a reaction to spending too much time alone. Just like us, they can lose their appetite when feeling down or disconnected. Every cat has its own quirks and personality. If you think loneliness might be behind their lack of appetite, consider how often they're left alone and whether they're getting enough stimulation and interaction. A little extra love, more playtime, or even a companion might help. But if your cat continues to avoid meals, it's always a good idea to rule out any health issues with a vet visit, as it may not be just loneliness. 4. Being destructive. When your cat starts tearing up things like your favorite pair of shoes, your curtains, or the corner of the couch, it's a sign that they're bored and lonely. Cats love to play and explore, and if they're left alone for too long, they might find their own way of entertaining themselves, usually in ways that make you groan. This kind of destruction happens when they don't have enough mental stimulation or attention, and they're looking for something to do. Unfortunately, your things might become their new toys. 5. Excessive grooming. Cats are naturally meticulous groomers. It's their way of staying clean and fabulous. But when grooming turns into an all-day activity, it might be a sign of loneliness or boredom. Over-grooming can be your cat's version of stress relief, especially if they don't have much else to do. This behavior can lead to more frequent hairballs. And while those little bundles of fur might seem normal, an uptick in grooming could mean your feline friend is craving more attention or mental stimulation. If loneliness is the culprit, your cat might be grooming excessively as a way to cope with the lack of interaction. It's like their version of binge-watching TV to pass the time. Keep an eye out for bald spots or irritated skin, as these can indicate over-grooming is becoming a bigger issue. Adding more playtime or interactive toys to their routine can help redirect their focus and make them feel more connected. 6. Vocalization changes. Cats have a lot to say, but when their usual mix of purrs and occasional meows turns into a full-blown vocal concert, it might be more than just chatter. Low-pitched, drawn-out meows often sound like your cat is trying to say something isn't right. And sometimes what's not right is that they're feeling lonely. Excessive meowing can be their way of asking for attention, a cuddle, or just someone to hang out with. Loneliness can strike at any time, day or night, making your cat's cries for company hard to miss. Whether you're out of the house a lot or just too busy to notice their need for interaction, your feline friend might resort to turning up the volume. It's their way of saying they miss you or want something fun to do. 7. Pacing or restlessness. If your cat starts pacing back and forth or meowing at what seems like nothing, it's hard not to notice the restlessness. According to one owner's experience, their cat started pacing back and forth and meowing non-stop, almost as if they were searching for something. The owner noticed that this restlessness only seemed to happen when they had been gone for a while, and their cat was left alone. At first, they thought it was just quirky behavior, but soon realized it was their cat's way of expressing loneliness. The pacing seemed endless, as if their cat was trying to tell them that something was missing. After recognizing the signs, the owner decided to step up playtime and introduce more mental stimulation. They started using interactive toys and set aside extra cuddle time. Almost immediately, the pacing stopped, and their cat became much calmer and more content. It turned out all it took was a little more attention to make their cat feel secure and loved again. The owner found that their cat wasn't just pacing out of boredom, it was a cry for companionship. 8. Lethargy. Cats are usually playful companions, ready to pounce on toys or chase that mysterious dot of light. But if your cat starts lounging around more than usual and shows little interest in their favorite games, it might be a sign that they're feeling lonely. When cats lack social interaction or mental stimulation, they can become lethargic. This sudden change in behavior isn't just about being tired, it's their way of expressing that they're missing the excitement and connection they crave. Loneliness can dampen your cat's spirits, making them feel distant or even a bit grumpy. Cats are emotional creatures, and when they feel isolated, it can show in their mood and energy levels. Adding some quality bonding time with play sessions or even a new toy can help rekindle their spark and remind them they're loved. After all, a happy cat is one that feels connected to their human family. 9. Changes in social behavior. If your cat, who normally loves to curl up with you or greet you at the door, suddenly starts avoiding you or hiding more often, it could be a sign of loneliness. Some cats become withdrawn when they feel emotionally neglected, opting to keep their distance rather than seek out affection. This change in social behavior could be their way of coping with the loneliness they're feeling. If your usually affectionate cat is suddenly acting standoffish, consider whether you're giving them enough attention, and try to provide them with more one-on-one time to rebuild that bond. 10. Sleeping in hidden spots. Cats are known for their love of naps, but if your feline friend starts sleeping more than usual, especially tucked away in hidden spots, it could be a sign of loneliness. When cats feel isolated or bored, they often retreat to quiet corners to snooze the day away, almost like they're trying to escape the reality of being alone. It's their way of coping, but it's also a signal that they might be missing companionship. Hiding while sleeping can also suggest they're seeking comfort or trying to feel secure in their solitude. A lonely cat might lose interest in their usual activities, like chasing toys or watching the birds outside, and instead opt for the quietest spot in the house. If you're noticing this behavior, consider giving them extra attention and mental stimulation to bring them back to their playful, curious selves. After all, even the most independent cats crave connection. If your cat has been showing any of these signs, it might be time to shower them with a little extra love and attention. While cats are known for their independence, they still need companionship and care to stay happy. So if you've noticed your feline friend acting a bit off, try spending more quality time together, or find new ways to keep them entertained when you're not around. Your cat will surely appreciate the extra effort, and you'll both be closer than ever. If you know someone who's wondering why their cat might be feeling lonely, share this video with them. they might be surprised by the signs their cat is showing. Have you noticed any of those behaviors in your own cat? We'd love to hear about your experiences in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more insightful content about our feline friends. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.